Well, hello and welcome back. Today, I'll just continue on with the game Krastorio 2. So here we can see that last time, notice that my ores are starting to run a bit on the low side. So, kind of an easy way to fix that, but it's just going to take a little bit to get things set up. So, just going to get a couple things set up here. One, we're going to get, we're just going to be making ore via turning matter into ore. So, just going to grab over here to where our stone is and get a couple things set up here. For one, I'm going to want to get some production of ore up. That's fairly easy. I'll just throw the two stations in here, one for iron ore and one for copper ore. So they're fairly easy to get up and running. Just make sure that we have everything in here, and we're just going to be figuring out where I want to place these to actually make it fit a bit easier here, because we've got all of that. And the amount that we're going to be getting is not insignificant, so because we can see here that each one will produce about a few belts. So I'm just going to put them over here. So start off with getting the basic ones here, throw down them in there, and we'll start off with just two matter plants and matter assemblers to make everything after. Maybe I'll go with a third one, but that'll give us about 6 odd belts out. So just want 6 in and out for both, 6 balances for the iron and copper trains here, to take all the inputs and put them to outputs, and we'll just connect them all up. It's not too much difficulty, but it still just takes a while to make sure that all connect up and properly. Get the stations called, and now we can go on and see about powering them all up, because they do require quite a bit of power here. So that's not too bad. Just gonna make sure also have them all getting the appropriate modules in there. That's all good. So just gonna run down and make sure things are running smoothly. Scott's going quicker just to place a train down and just run me over here, because I still don't have power on, which I should be focusing, but hey, it's fine. Get over here, we'll set these up to be producing iron, and make sure we actually set the appropriate ones here to be for the matter assemblers to do it. And we'll just copy this, remove this raw report over here, and we'll just place it down here, and this will be for copper. Because we already have everything else set up, it's just a matter of connecting them up and putting them all in place. Now they're not going to be running at full speed yet, because they don't have all the modules they'll need, but hey, they're going to be working here. And before I actually get the iron one set up, I'm going to rename the stations here to make sure that they won't have any cross-contamination, so that the ones that I want will be going where I want them to, because, if I don't, we might have a 10-length train trying to go into a station that can only fit, 6 length? 5, 6 length? And even then, it's still, the 10 length is still a double-head train, so, yeah. So good. So we do that for both the iron and the copper, get them renamed, and get the stations named up. Set the copper production, and we're just going to be using the same way I've been using to make matter. It's just been turning mineral water into matter. And we can see here that yes, we got iron ore being made and coming, making its way through and being split between my loaders here, which works out very nice here. So just waiting for a few belts. So okay, and now we can see here that after a little bit of break, you can see that everything's running smoothly. So now I want to get the smelting wood up in, which don't have to use the full arrays, because we've got the advanced furnaces now, and chemical plants, which makes things a whole lot easier. So all we need to do here is just bring in a couple of things we need, namely sulfuric acid, iron, and iron ore, and also some way to deal with the dirty water that's going to be coming out from there, and also an area for it to actually bring out the the plates that have been smelted up. And so we can see here we've got these all set up for chemical plant, advanced chemical plant, and advanced furnace to be producing a bit under 2 belts here, which is quite a lot, and they'll be processing a lot. So yep. Get a 4th station down, one for fluid. It's going to be for the dirty water. So, and we'll replace it now because we need one to make sure the fluid's on both one side. There we go. We get one for loading, one for unloading fluids, and one for loading and one for unloading items. Easy done. Make sure everything's set up nicely, and we can get things running here. So I kind of want to have 6 belts coming out, hence why I've got 6 furnace lines to, well, for processing here. So that'll give us 6 belts going in, and then we have about 12 belts coming out, which might not be the best, but hey, it will work. Now we just need to get 12 to 6, which is kind of annoying, or we just bring these all down. I'm not going to do so. Well, there goes the 6 to 6 or 8 to 6, I think it is. So shrink this down and go. No, wait, that's right. Because we combine. That's right. I was setting up the 4 to 3 balances, so I could actually combine 2 of the outputs there into one of them, which would work out nicely, but it just takes up quite a bit of space to get everything running here, so it's been annoying. I can fit everything in here. It does fit, but it does look a bit annoying. It doesn't really allow for expansion if I really wanted to. But yeah, it does fit in. So we'll just get this all hooked up, all 9 belts. So because each of the chemical, well, these lines produces just a bit under 2 belts of plates. Let's get all that in, hook that up, and yeah, this would work out very, very nicely. And that would be good for iron plates here, which is fine. And make sure we had all the stations all named correctly. But also thinking if I do want to do it this way, because there's so many belts here, and yeah, so I figured not worth it. I'll shrink it down to just having 4 belts being processed, and that'll give me about 6 belts of iron plates coming out here, thereabouts. So just go through, remove the whole old 6 to 6 and replace it to a 6 to 4, and also place this one back over here with an 8 to 6, which gets a bit on the squishier side, but hey, we can fit this all in, and it does allow me to add in more stations if need be. This all works out nicely, comes through, and make sure that this is a 6 to 4 here, and just connect these all into the inputs of them, and leaving enough space to be able to get everything through, which it's very tight on space. If I had planned this out beforehand, I could have put this like one further down, but I can still get everything I need through here, so that's fine. Bit of redesigning here, we can get the rest of the belts and make sure that they're all being fed up, and bang, that's a much nicer looking processing plant here. Now we just need to make sure that the fluids are connected up with an output for the, well, input for the dirty water and output for the sulfuric acid going to the appropriate spots, and make sure they're all named up, which is all fair well, because this is just going to be for iron plates, iron ore requester, iron plate provider, and all that. So that looks fairly well done, and it's not too hard to take what I've already got and just turn it around to make for copper production on the other side, because there's enough space in between here for it to work. So that's fine. Just got to make sure we get the right spacing, and realizing that this is actually flipped around the wrong way and I can't exactly fit the solar, so just going to have to go for a bespoke solution here as well, which not too bad, but it still takes a bit of time figuring out. So we get the 4 in, which not set up for copy yet, but they will be, and we'll just try and figure out the spacing, which doesn't really quite line up, but it does give me an approximate area for where I want to put it, so we'll just put it somewhere. Just trying to figure out exactly how far back I want to put the line, so it's annoying, so because it's not lined up, so I'll just go for he'll be fine, and then still need to connect up to the output, so approximately here will be fine for the offshoot, and then stations Well, it's going to be going in here with the usual distance in between, and we got all four stations in here. It's just pretty much the exact same as the copper one, or as the iron one, so that's not too bad. And it's going to be fairly easy to just copy the exact same design here, because I've already done it. So we get the fluid processing, fluids inputs and outputs, the iron inputs and outputs, and just do the exact same thing I did before with the appropriate amount of inputs and outputs, which now I know what I'm doing makes things a whole lot easier, and this way it actually turned out fairly nicely. Don't really need to do too much because we've got plenty of space here to be able to connect everything up, so it's pretty good. So just got to get the inputs connected up, so the oil's going in, and there we go. That's the blueprint placed down for, well, the copper processing. Because I didn't actually put the train name on first before I renamed it, all the copper trains suddenly went, hey look, there's a new copper provider, let's all head over there. So I need to actually sort that out, but that's okay. Got that all done, and I'm just going to run it over here because it's not too far away to get this all set up for copper processing. And so we get the chemical plant set up for purifying the copper ore, and then the advanced furnaces to smelt it up. Now we can go through and get the, well, at least the iron running through, because we are running critically on iron because the iron mine is just so slow with the amount we've got there, but let's work out. And also we need the sulfuric acid, so, and also, well, the other trains as well. So we've got sulfuric acid being set up here, which there isn't really too much space, but hey, get that all going. And also one that's going to be for, oh, we get two sulfuric acid ones, one for the iron and one for the copper, because that's the way to go. And the other station is still set up for dirty water, which I haven't actually quite got planned out yet, but hey, it's work. And we can see here the iron ore is coming through nicely, so that's all well and good. We can see that, yep, ish goes off to appropriate spot to fill up here. So that's looking all well and good, and iron plates will be running quite nicely as well. Still going to leave the old ones up because they're running still nicely at the moment. And there we go, bunch of iron plates to get the belts made, which is one thing I was lacking. Okay, and now that I've got both the iron plates and copper plate production refined a bit more, we can actually go on and deal with the output of the dirty water, which is a bit annoying, but it's not too bad. I just need to set up another station here with all set up, and I'm just going to burn it just to get the stone. It's just the easiest way. Not really worrying about the pollution because we've already got behemoth biters and spears coming after me, so it's not too big a deal. So quickly made up a one here where we've got the burners, or whatever they are, for burning off the dirty water, and all just offloading here. Not sure if this is going to be perfect enough, but hey, it'll work. And we can easily pick them up and make sure that we also have the stone output, which I considered turning stone into matter, but figured at this stage I can easily just go with making just outputting the stone into making it available to the train network. It's good, and because I have plenty of the burners here, I can easily get that set up and place down a substation to power them all. Just go wait for all the bots to get over here. Make sure these are all named appropriately. One for the requester of dirty water and one for a provider of stone, which looks all nice. And now we need to get the dirty water provider train up and running. It's not too hard because we've already got the iron processing, so just making sure that everything's running smoothly, and also that they're offloading and unloading. So the dirty water filled up really fast here, and just to make sure that things are still running. We've got plenty of iron. The sulfuric acid was actually slowing down a bit, so figured I might as well just expand it out a bit more, double the production, and get that running. And bang, we can see here we've got the dirty water coming through, it all being turned into stone, and that works out very nicely for going forwards here. Now that we've got the dirty water done and everything, all this resource done, I figured I might as well get some more research done, and that being the antimatter reactor for more power, because I'm going to need that to complete the game, and because looking at things, I actually have enough singularity tech cards. All I'm missing is just providing them to my research lab. So now the station down here is set up for singularity tech cards, and we have enough of all the tech cards to be able to do it, because it's going to take about 2,000 tech cards to do, which is a lot. But I have approximately enough. It's actually going to be slightly under because of the productivity modules, but hey, this works out here, and we can see the singularity tech cards coming down here, and bang, just got to wait for all the belts and everything else to make the way in. So unknown is fine, and because I've already got set up, I had that one half a belt ready to go for it. So get that in, all the splitters and those coming through, and we can see here that yes, the singularity tech cards make the way all the way up to the singularity lab, and well, antimatter reactor research is being done. And we can see here that just a few moments here we get the antimatter reactor research finished, and I did gather all the resources necessary to be able to make one. So I make one, and then I want to have 2 of the fuel rods to be able to go, because it's a 100% chance that you'll get them back, so there's no worries about losing the fuel rods. You just need to fill them up with matter again. So we get the antimatter reactor made because, well, it's faster to do it in the Semi-Machine 3 with some speed modules than it's anywhere else. And now I need nitric acid to be able to make the fuel rods containing. But first, I want to get the area where I'm going to put the antimatter reactor up, which is only going to require 1 input. And that's what the resource I'm going to be turning to matter, which in my case is just mineral water at the moment. So get that set up and make sure it works fine. Not sure. And we also need the matter plant to be able to fill the fuel rods, but that's fine. So I know I have a source of nitric acid down here. While that's being made, we can get the fuel rods being made up. So come down here, got nitric acid, put enough in to make 2 of the antimatter fuel cells, not fuel rods, whatever. And we can remove all that and make our way back up to where the reactor is going to be. Easy to set that up as this one, and make sure the offloading is set up with all the fuel coming through. So head back over here, which, well, train is definitely the quickest way to get over there than trying to walk over, because yeah. Come back over here, we get our antimatter reactor down. We only need 2 belts, 1 going in and 1 coming out. Got the antimatter reactor. Feed them in, and we'll want a long-hand inserter and a normal inserter going through. Make sure everything's getting powered. Forgot to power the inserters, but that's good. And now I need some mineral water. So we'll send our mineral water train over to fill up and head back over here where we'll get more, so that's good. And bang, that unloads, it gets up here, making plenty of matter. We don't actually need the speed mods to produce it, so that's good. And I want to actually get this running before I finish it off here, so I'm just going to run down over to where the nitric acid is being made, and we'll pinch a bunch of speed modules here to make sure this runs out nicely, because it's close enough. So take the speed modules, head back up over here, throw them in, well, everywhere that needs them. Make sure they're all being powered, and throw the fuel rods in, and bang, we can see it went to the 3rd belt, which is not dying, and also there. But throw the fuel rod in, and we're getting an extra 3 gigajoules of power. So I'll call it the end of the episode here, so you can comment, like, subscribe down below. Really helps out with YouTube discovery and whatnot, and that. Thank you all for watching. Catch you all next time.